Hey guys, it's Carmela, and today we're coming from Romans once again. We're going to be coming from Romans chapter 13, verse 8. Love your neighbor. And we will be skipping around in Romans for today. Love your neighbor. Owe no one anything except to love one another. For he who loves one another has fulfilled the law. For the commandments, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witnesses. Don't lie. You shall not covenant. And for there is any other commandments are all summed up in this saying, namely, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Love does not harm to a neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law. I want to focus in on loving one another. You know, we hear all the time, we used to hear when I was a kid, that if people would just love one another, just read their Bibles and go to church, the world would be a better place. But it really does come down to loving one another. If we would just love one another, just even respect one another, you'd be surprised what a difference the world would be. Sometimes we need to step back from social media, turn it off, and enjoy life. Because all social media does is basically make yourself have to compare yourself to someone else. If you don't have self-discipline enough to be able to say, I'm blessed, what's going on in their life, I'm happy for them, but I don't want what they have. I'm grateful for what God has given me. And so by loving one another, we're able to do that by not being jealous or envious of what that person has already accomplished, or what that person is doing currently in their life, or where they're headed, or you can see that they are getting ready to do big and great things. No, we're supposed to love our neighbors. And if you actually love your neighbors, that you're going to be blessed, because Christ is going to bless you for doing what the word says to do. And we're also supposed to bear one another's burdens. A way that you can bear one's burden is if you see someone that is weak, that you could tell that they just need, you may not be able to give them a hug right now because of the pandemic, but a kind word or just a smile would help your neighbor. And when I say neighbor, I don't mean someone that lives right beside you. No, your neighbor could be anybody. Someone you see in the grocery store. Someone that you walk past down the street, wherever, or if you're walking downtown. If you just smile, you can even smile with your eyes if you're still wearing your mask. A kind smile can go a long way. And that can actually help somebody who is weak and in the moment feeling like they're all alone, have no one that even cares about how many people that they lost out of their household. Think about that for a minute. We have to stop being selfish and think about other people. Sometimes all it takes is one moment to be like, wow, we're all going through, but how can I help someone else to make their day and to make them feel loved? A little bit of love can go a long way. And I'm going to read Romans chapter 15. And we're going to be coming from Romans chapter 15. It says, bearing others' burdens, we then who are strong ought to bear the burdens of the squabbles of the weak, and not to please ourselves. It says it right there in the word. And that was verse number 1. Let each of us please his neighbor for his good, leading to edification, which means that we're edifying God and we're edifying because we are helping someone besides ourselves. It's not all about you sometimes. I need to tell you, it's good to, do self-care and make sure you take care of your hygiene. But when I'm talking about to think about others and stop pleasing yourself, if you see someone that you know good and well that they don't have food to eat, and you know that they don't have money to pay their bills, but you have $200 sitting right there that you just want to go get a pocketbook. You do not need that pocketbook when that family could use that money to go and to eat for the week. Do you know how much of a blessing that you would be to that family, and that you would be blessed if you did it from the generosity of your heart and not try to be boastful and take a picture of you giving another family that money? It's no one else's business but when you help somebody else. You don't need to post that on social media. No, because then you get your reward from man here on earth instead of your reward from Jesus, because he's going to bless you if you do it the right way. Now, if you do it just to show off, you already got your accolades from people on social media. But if you do it and nobody else knows that you blessed that family with $200, God is going to bless you even more. Double. Think about that. Double. God is able to give you back exceedingly and abundantly above all that you ask or think, because you helped one of his children. We are all God's children. No matter what shade, what color, what shape, it does not matter. We are all God's children, and he loves all of us equally. Yes, some of us are favored. Some of us have favor of God, but I'm telling you, it's nothing like being blessed from God versus being blessed from a man here on the earth. When I say man, it could be man or woman. And I just want you to take that today and just think, how can I not be selfish today? How can I help someone else? How can I help someone that is weak in the moment, that has lost 6 people out of their home? How can I help that person that now is all by themselves in that home? How can I help that family of 10 that's not able to feed their whole entire family for the week? How can I help them? Is there a way that I can go and pick them up some groceries if they give me a list? If I would rather go get the groceries for them because they don't have transportation to get it for themselves. Think about someone else and help somebody else, and watch how much joy it brings to you. Oh my goodness. I tell you, it's nothing like it when you can help somebody else and you feel a joy upon you that you have never felt before. It is amazing. It is amazing. Try it out and see how good you feel. Oh my goodness, you having a bad day? Go help somebody. Somebody that's going to be grateful. Somebody that's going to be grateful and appreciative of your time and your money. You hear me? But I just wanted to encourage you guys that don't feel down, because God is still looking down on you. He loves you. He cares for you. And everything that you're going through, God has a plan for it. And you will look back on it one day and see, God, okay. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, God. All right. And I'm going to close with Joshua 22, verse 5. But take careful heed to do the commandments and law which Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded you, to love thy Lord your God, and to walk in all his ways, walk in all God's ways, to keep his commandments, to hold fast to him, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul. So let's just make sure that we serve God with all our heart and all our soul, that we give him everything that we can each and every day to show him that we love him, and that we care about him, and that we're so thankful for God, and that we love his children down here in the earth realm as well. Signing off till next time, Carmela Vance. Be blessed.